This is the Rangers Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Texas Rangers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, since the last time we spoke, Evan Carter has returned. Leody Taveras is now a Mariner. Former Mariner, great Bret Boone, is now the Rangers' new hitting coach. And, oh, by the way, Nathan Eovaldi is still awesome. And the Rangers opened up their 6-game road trip with a big 6-1 win tonight in Boston. And here we go. Welcome into the Rangers Postcast. Your team every day, and in our case, your team every single game. My name is Jeff Biggs, longtime host and reporter. Thank you for watching Locked On Sports Rangers, your destination after every single game. You can also find us on the Locked On Rangers podcast feed. That's where you'll find the outstanding work of Bryce Paterick every single day. Bryce did a great job with all of the news, not only Sunday afternoon after we wrapped up our show, but also again on Monday and then today, looking ahead and talking about the situation with Bret Boone and Evan Carter coming back and Leody Taveras. I mean, everything. Bryce was all over it, and I know most of you already watched it, but if you didn't, be sure to check it out. Did a really nice deep dive on Bret Boone, the new Rangers hitting coach, who I have to confess, it's been a little bit. Obviously I know about Aaron, know a lot about his dad, Bob Boone, longtime catcher and one-time former manager, but I kind of forgot about Bret. And so check out Bryce's work. But man, what a good night. What a great way to start the road trip, keeping that momentum going and opening up a big series at Fenway with a big 6-1 win.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Well, you know what? I'm going to call it, this is me. I'm calling this the Rangers reset, if you will. I know some of you, I've already glanced at the comments talking about turning the page in May, and that's okay too. But if you remember, we talked about, we've been together and we've been through every game on this slump. And, we talked about it when things got really, really bad. And I said at the time that, they needed to hear a different voice and they needed to kind of dig within themselves and kind of find a way out of it. They had two of those things. Well, I think Chris Young waited as long as he could. But again, I don't think it's anything against Ecker. I think, or the job that he did in 2023, I think they just needed just a different voice. They needed something to kind of jumpstart or give a jolt to this offense and the clubhouse and the whole vibe around the team. And, I'll tell you what, I'm actually, I know it's kind of a weird hire because Bret hasn't coached and he's been podcasting and he's been out of the game, but sometimes you kind of need to go against the grain and kind of bring in a different voice, kind of maybe an outside voice. And I like it. I think, the coaching, the smarts, the DNA, the love of the game, the joy, all of that, I think run pretty well in the Boone family. And as Bryce pointed out today, Bret has had a really good career. And so I like it. I like the move, but I think the Rangers needed just kind of a different voice. And I think, sometimes too, I think when you factor in all the things of sending Jake down and putting Leote on waivers and firing the hitting coach and bringing somebody else in, all of those things, I think really just not only sent a message to this team, but I think it really did kind of gave the team an opportunity with the timing of it, coming off of a final game of a homestand before a key road trip with a day off in between. I think it was strategically a really well-timed, not only move, but also I think really an opportunity to just kind of have a reset and kind of, get after it again and kind of start over, kind of like I did the other day when I was having those computer problems. So I like it. And look, I know it was only one game and Sunday was only one game, and I'm not going to get too far ahead of myself here, but I think if you're honest, and some of you would agree with me, because I know there are some that are going to be critical no matter what, and I get that. I'm okay with that. I understand that, but I think if you're honest, you could sense tonight that the Rangers' swagger was back. At least it felt that way to me. I mean, I know they had the big win on the homestand over the A's, and then they won the finale on Sunday. But this was different. I mean, everything was different tonight. I thought the at-bats, the body language, just the countenance, the look in their eyes, just the way that they were at the plate, the way they played defense, everything just seemed just a little bit different tonight. Like I said, like the Rangers' swagger was back, and coincidence? I don't know. I don't know what if anything, Bret Boone even had a chance to say to the team. So I'm not saying, oh, see, they got Bret Boone and look what now. I think it's just everything together. Like I said, we talked about it. We talked about it here. It was kind of rock bottom, and the only way to go was up. But they went through that fire, and they got through it. And now you're seeing a little bit of the gold. And so just a great win. 6 runs on 15 hits. I felt bad. Every starter got a hit except for Josh Young, who had that one bad at bat where I think the umpire was playing games with him. But nonetheless, great to see, again, more clutch hitting for Corey Seager. I mean, Josh Smith is just raking. And, we get through this as the season continues, you should see the Rangers really do have so many legitimately great, good hitters. And when you get to some of these relievers on teams that really, back in the day wouldn't be on a big league roster, but they are now because of where the game is at, guys should be able to feast and get hits all the time against a lot of the guys that you're seeing on the mounds today in Major League Baseball. So Josh is raking. He's doing great. Corey Seager, Jock Peterson hitting the ball almost. I mean, I thought he was going to get that first home run tonight. Just missed, but we're going to get into all that. In fact, let's go over that top of the 4th inning.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
And by the way, we're going to hear from you via the comment crew. I know a lot of you are weighing in, and I promise we're going to do that. But really, start of the game, that first inning was kind of weird with the rain. I didn't understand. You delay the game, and these umpires and stadiums have, the very best top of the line radar. You've already waited. I mean, why not wait a few more minutes until the rain is done? I mean, it cleared up pretty much in the second inning. So I don't know why they were back out there when it was still coming down pretty good. But I thought Nathan Eovaldi did a really good job of kind of working through that. But in the top of the first, Josh Smith, again, coming off the 4-hit game, gets a leadoff hit to set the tone. Jock Peterson singled the left at the center field after the Wyatt fielder's choice. And, man, I thought Wyatt did – you go back and watch that replay, and he did such a good – just an excellent – there was really not room for any hesitation or indecisiveness. He read that perfectly to take that first run in the first inning. And again, I think the base running, the situational baseball, which I'm going to talk about here in a minute, all of that was back tonight for the Rangers. And then you go to the fourth inning. As I said, back-to-back ground rule doubles for Corey and Jock to lead off the inning. 2-0 Texas at that point. Marcus Semien came through with a really nice hit to right field. Great hitting there. Adolis Garcia, more good situational baseball with the sac fly to right. That made it 3-0. Evan Carter, looked great. Not only was it good to see him with the contact that he had and the swings, and just missed on that line drive to first base, right? But he looked confident. He looked like he was there. He was confident. He looked comfortable, and he looked like he had a plan and like he knew what he was doing. And that was awesome to see. And welcome back, Evan. That's great for him. Jonah Heim, RBI single. Carter had the infield single before that. That made it 4-0. Josh Smith, a 2-out single to right, 5-0. And then Wyatt, the RBI single to center. That made it 6-0. And the route was on. 6-0 Texas. 5 runs on 7 hits, and they blew it open, and they go on to beat the Red Sox by the final of 6-1. All right, quick timeout. When we come back, we're going to hear from you via the comment crew. This is the Rangers Postcast. All right, I want to talk to you about Monarch Money. If you ever check your bank account and wonder, where did all my money go between dining out, online shopping, and entertainment, it's very easy to lose track. That's where Monarch Money comes in, your personal CFO, giving you full visibility and control over your finances. Monarch Money isn't just a budgeting app, it's a complete financial command center. You can track all your accounts, your investments, and spending in one place, so you stop just managing your money and you start building wealth. Managing money with a partner is smoother than ever. You can track shared and personal accounts. You can set goals and stay on the same page. So take control of your finances with Monarch Money. Use code LOCKEDONMLB at monarchmoney.com for 50% off your first year. That's monarchmoney.com, code LOCKEDONMLB for half off your first year. And as you know, there is nothing better than catching an MLB game live. I have to say, I actually was blessed. I had a chance to shag fly balls for early batting practice at Fenway during one of my visits there. That was awesome, to say the least, and it is wild running around in that outfield. But if you can't get to Fenway, you can certainly maybe go to Detroit or see the Rangers when they return home. The crack of the bat, the roar of the crowd, and the smell of ballpark food. And if you're looking to go last minute, Game Time makes getting tickets easier than ever. With last-minute deals, all-in pricing, and a lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the stress out of buying MLB tickets. Plus, ticket prices drop as Game Time gets closer, meaning you can score an incredible deal. Here's the cool thing. You can do a spontaneous game night. You can use the Game Time picks feature. And what I love is that you can preview your exact seat before purchasing. No bad surprises when you get to the stadium. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. All right, and real quickly before I get to your comments, I got to give it up for tonight's player of the game. As soon as I can find that, there we go.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
I got to give it up for Nathan Eovaldi, the former one-time Red Sox, now Ranger, getting win number 3. 6 really dominant innings. Felt bad for Nathan because he had another walk, only his 4th of the entire season, which is amazing, with 7 more strikeouts tonight. I felt bad because that walk was probably because he was having a hard time gripping the ball in the rain. But 6 dominant innings, allowing 1 run on 5 hits. And again, the Rangers did their part at the plate, but taking on the number 2 offense in baseball, or number 2 in the American League, the Red Sox, to completely shut them down on their home field at Fenway. No easy task. And as he usually does, man, I love it when he throws that split finger pitch. It's just, and the cutter, just a thing of beauty. Not easy to do, but he seems to make it look easy, and he has been so far this season. So Nathan Eovaldi is tonight's player of the game. All right, here we go. Let's get to you via the comment crew. Thank you for hanging in there. We're going to start things off with Texas Hobby Ben, who says we are back. Jeff, yeah, absolutely, man. Very well said. Ricky Gonzalez says, I'm loving the barrage of singles. Eovaldi was dealing another great pitching performance. Evan Carter is back. Hopefully the month of May has turned the page all around. Great vibes today, and Texas Hobby Bin agrees. Keith is out fishing, but still had time to post. Keith says, big double for Jock. He's going to turn it around. Love seeing Carter get a hit versus a lefty. Yeah, great point there. Paul Wilson says, looking like the Rangers of old, 2023. Everyone in the lineup, dangerous. Yeah, absolutely. Keith also said, I'm going to see the Rough Riders game in San Antonio tomorrow. Get to see Walcott for the first time. There you go. Robert Jones III says, great game. We just have to continue to string good games together. Yep. And start winning series. We talked about that as well. If the Rangers play like this, they'll win 25 games in May. That according to Noah Day. Isaac Harlan says, even Carter's first day back, and he got a couple of hits. So awesome. Also, I think that was the first time I saw 2 bouncing doubles in a row in a game. That was nice. Yeah. I mean, back-to-back ground rule doubles in right at Fenway. It doesn't happen a lot, or in any game, really, right? Now, if the Rangers play like this every game, they will be a 100-win team. Ryan Scott says, I don't think Bret Boone forgot about hitting. I'm glad to have him on the team. We can't always score 6 runs, but with this pitching, we just have to score 3. Yeah, well said. Isaac says Jock has figured it out. Remember when he was wondering if he would get going? We were wondering. Yep. Now he's swinging the bat pretty well. The championship games, says Mad Dog Malley on the mound tomorrow. Yeah, I know he's going to be looking to bounce back from a tough outing last time out for him. Isaac says this team will win a lot of games if they keep up good offense, as pitching has been pretty solid so far this season. Noah Day says the bats felt different tonight. Love seeing the looseness and determined look on the team tonight. Mike Clark says Rangers look good. The Comic Conservatory says glad to see the boys back. Train Guy says I'm very happy with how this game went. I think we do need them to do this consistently so my blood pressure can lower for once. No doubt about it. Oyster Smiling says the momentum is building. Greg Biggs, my long lost cousin, says good win tonight, and hopefully EC can stay healthy. Yeah, Evan Carter, no doubt about it. And just wanted to say too, before I go, want to wish Leody Taveras well. It's kind of weird that he's with Seattle, but who was it? They got somebody injured, so they're kind of thin right now in the outfield position. But we talked about it. Every season is a new season, and as clutch as he was in 2023, we're never going to forget that. But this season was just I don't know. And we talked about it on the last road trip. I made the comment that night. I said that missed ball, that was a pretty bad strike. It was everybody makes mistakes, but the way that he just tried to scoop that ball with one arm and didn't use both hands when the runner was already on base, was just not a good look. And every season is different. The culture, the clubhouse, everything is different every season. And so, we wish him well, and, we'll see him again next month. But anyway, Texas Hobby Bin, they picked him up. That means they have to pay his salary, and, we'll see where he's at with them when we see the Mariners again late in June. And Ricky Gonzalez says, definitely kind of sad about Leody. Wish him nothing but the best. Yeah, no doubt. Tough season this season, but you know what? Yeah, it's over, and he will always be a nice big part of Rangers history with his contributions, especially in 2023. All right, hey guys, man, that flew by. I could keep going on here, and I know you guys would support the show. I appreciate it. You guys would be weighing in too, but I got to wrap it up for tonight. We will do this again tomorrow night after game 2. One more. Lee says looks like the guys figured out fly balls don't win. yeah, that too. I'll take it though. 6 runs on 16 hits in a 6-1 win, opening up a 6-game road trip. The Sixers are wild, and a wild night for the Rangers tonight in Fenway over the Red Sox. Game 2 tomorrow night. Enjoy this one tonight. Don't forget to check out Bryce Paterick tomorrow. I'll be with you tomorrow night. Thank you. This has been the Rangers Postcast.